and welcome to Conversations with Tona Brown. I am here with Miss Bryanna Jenkins. Yay! Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yes, let me tell you, this young lady is such a diva, and I love it. So I want you to talk to my subscribers and to my friends about a little bit about your life, where you're going, your goals, all that good stuff. So just give us a little backstory about who you are and the work that you do in activism.
Okay, so I'm Bryanna A. Jenkins. I hail from the Queendom of Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
Originally from the state of Maryland, but I claim Baltimore is my hometown. Definitely have some roots down south. I was a child that was sent to Georgia every summer.
Okay.
So even though I'm a Baltimorean, I do have southern roots.
Southern roots, like me.
And yeah, so it shows up a lot. Transition in 2008 and have just been on a crazy journey since then. Just living my life and living in my truth and just learning lessons and just becoming a better person, a better woman, a better black person, a better human being every day. Also, what I'm most known for is my activism. Last year was a big year for not only for the community, but for me it's a big elevation. So I've been doing a lot of activism work. I used to have a YouTube show a couple of years ago. A lot of people know me from that. So just doing a little bit of putting myself out there and just being a figure for the community.
Yeah, and doing some wonderful work. I mean, especially for you to be in a younger generation and understanding that this is about all of us, you know, and that's why I want to uplift the work that you've done. You have an organization that's in Baltimore?
Yeah, so right now I'm the executive director of the Baltimore Transgender Alliance.
And what do you all do?
We are an advocacy organization, and basically what we do is any issues pertinent to the trans community in Baltimore, Maryland, we try to figure out ways to amplify them, whether they be through community meetings, protests, rallies, just anything to amplify our issues and take them to the next level and to see what type of stuff that we can do to solve.
Right, and I noticed you do a lot when it comes to defamation as well, correct? Like really, really making sure that the girls, you know, that the way we're seen in the media.
Oh, yeah. Just actually, originally, the Baltimore Trans Alliance started as TAMI, Trans Women Against Misrepresentation and Misogyny Incorporated. It's great. It's crazy.
Now that's the name for your
Yeah, but it was like,
but I mean, I can see it though. I can see it.
But as time was going on, I'm like, I like that, but that's kind of narrow, and we have to broaden it so it encapsulates all of the community. Plus, that title is too long to say. And actually, TAMI started as a musical group that I was a part of, a trans musical group. Okay. And it had evolved into we were gonna do the musical group, and it was gonna be a nonprofit organization. So everything opened up into something else. So even though the Baltimore Transgender Alliance formally started last year, it had so many other origins, and it just evolved into what it is now.
So are we gonna see more of your music? I mean, hello.
Music is definitely something that I'm interested in, and we'll just see what happens. And we were off camera. We were having, because me and Tona, our sisters for real. Right. We had this conversation yesterday, and you know about my history singing. And actually, when I went to one of your concerts, I bumped into. You did a performance with Mervyn Kennedy, and me and him actually went to high school together and we sang together. And also I ran into my old choir director and music teacher, and it was kind of like a circle moment. But the thing is that when I transitioned, I always loved singing. I always had a talent for it. But when I transitioned, I thought I had to give a lot of things up in order to transition into be this woman. And unfortunately, music was a lot of those things. Like even in high school, I didn't know what I was, but I knew I couldn't sing and go on this journey at the same time.
Or at least you thought you could.
Yeah, I thought I could.
Because I'm here to tell you, we need more sisters like you. We need to hear voices like yours. I'm here to encourage you to do that, okay? Don't allow nobody else or anyone else to come between you and your joy for music because, you know, I'm not a very religious person, but I do feel that there are things that bring us closer to the divine. And music does that for me. You know, I can have everything going on in the world and people calling me anything or whatever. But when I'm there with my violin or I'm focused on my music and singing, I feel very much in touch with a greater power than me. And so I definitely want to encourage you to do that. But I'm also encouraging you because I'm so proud that you are going to law school. So tell us about that whole journey. What made you want to go into law?
Well, let me say this. That has been I know people with social media, you see stuff and you think stuff is instant. Me going to law school, that has been like a 5 to 4 year process that I've been working on, and it's been multiple steps. So I say that to say that anything that you want to do is a process, and you have to be committed to the process.
So how did it start?
Well, actually, it started. I wanted to be a lawyer because one of my favorite shows growing up was Living Single.
Yes, we all live for that. So, okay,
but just on a serious level, with me being to activism, one of the things that I see that is a big part of activism, and that one of the places where we as trans people, especially trans people of color, need to be that we need to have some type of impact or some type of influence on the laws that govern us all. Because when you get down to it, the legalities and the policies, it's only so much we can do just being an activist or just running an organization. We have to be a part of the framework and a part of the culture of the judicial system, of the political system, where we can really be in there and advocate for our communities. And law is one of the ways that I feel like I can contribute to it. I'm passionate about laws. I would love to be a lawyer or a judge one day, and I'm working towards that. So it's been steps from paying to take LSAT prep classes to applying for LSAT training programs, because around this time last year I was at a LSAT training program in Morgan. You have to apply to be accepted, and then just getting the confidence and having the audacity to say that I am a Black trans woman and I deserve to go to law school.
Wait a minute, wait. See, I'm just doing the same thing to everybody. You got to rewind that because that's important, because we have a lot of sisters out here who don't think that they can do what they aspire and want to do because I am ... You know, so again, you had the audacity to say, I want to aspire to
become a lawyer, become a judge. And in addition to doing like the legal stuff and preparing for the classes, those past couple of years have been years for me to work on myself, to get my confidence up, to have the confidence to go apply for scholarships, or to have the confidence to put myself in situations where I can compete with other people. Because even though I went to Morgan in my first part of the University of Baltimore, because that's when I started my transition, I didn't have the confidence. I was just trying to pass and get through class without them calling my government name and me having to embarrass myself.
That's real.
So, you know, I really didn't have the confidence to go at this stuff, because my whole mindset back then was, well, I'm not in here. Oh, I just hope I can skate through. I don't want to talk because I don't want nobody to clap my voice. I don't want nobody to get into my teeth. So the past couple of years, I've been really working on myself and getting myself together so I can have the confidence to really get out here and to swim.
And building that self-esteem, which is what I'm all about. And one of the reasons why we're starting this revolutionary series is to teach women and gentlemen, to teach them that you can do anything you aspire to do. And also to let people know that it's not going to be easy.
No,
and if it's worth it, it takes work.
No.
You know, I think so many people were shocked. I did a blog post that my diva Monica Roberts had posted, where I was letting people know that everything I have done has been self-produced. People do not believe that because we don't get the support we're supposed to as, trans people of color. But that doesn't mean that you cannot do it. It might take you a little longer. It might mean you got to, put a little money aside here and just to be able to do what you need to do, but you can do it. And so that's why I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of so many women like you who are saying, I am going to block out all the foolishness and I'm going to aspire for the best, and that's why your story is so important.
Yeah, but it's definitely a personality and a mentality thing you have to work on, just in addition to being smart. Because there's a lot of trans women in the community that are very intelligent, that are very smart, but they are very stuck.
Okay.
And also, I just believe certain stuff that I've been through in my life, like having a job where I was making good money, losing that job, it was a very humbling experience. And I made a video, even on my personal page, I went from making $16, $17 an hour to making like fucking $8. I'm sorry, guys. To making $8 an hour working full time. My checks bi-weekly would be $400, $500, and I got a $400, $500 car note.
Right.
So on the outside, that was a bad situation, but in hindsight, I needed that experience because I had to learn how to budget, interact with people, and be in public. And I feel like that's another thing in the trans community. We get so caught up in our delusion that we don't put ourselves in the real world to really see what it's going to be like. And what I learned is, whether people knew I was trans or not, they didn't care about that. They wanted to know that I was going to show up to work on time, that I was going to give great customer service, and I could get along with my coworkers. And it was preparation for me to get my confidence up, to let me know that people do see something in me. I am worth something, I deserve to go. If people that don't even know me from a can of paint see me, want to promote me for opportunities, then why do I feel uncomfortable saying how great I am promoting myself? Because the whole law school process, what it has taught me, and I used to have problems with accepting my greatness. When I was younger, is I am great, and it is my responsibility to tell other people that I'm great, so other people can step in and help me.
That's right.
Because everybody that's made it somewhere, they made it off the back of somebody giving them an opportunity. Right. But how can people know if you're not promoted, if you're not bigging yourself
and
up?
You're not willing to be vulnerable. You're not willing to say, I need help. Yeah. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that you can't get there, but sometimes you just have to say, look.
Sometimes it's not even about help. It's about inviting other people into what you're doing and seeing if they can rise to the occasion to take you to the next level. So sometimes it's not about help. Sometimes, because one thing, especially when it came to my activism work last year, I never wanted to give anybody the excuse to say I didn't know.
Okay.
So I'm telling everybody that I can possibly think of, because the worst thing somebody can say if you tell them is no.
Right.
That's the worst thing somebody can do.
What do you feel about where we are in activism as far as trans activism today?
I feel like we have the visibility, but you and I both know that that's not enough. I personally feel that there needs to be investment in some trainings, as far as leadership trainings, as far as trainings about how to sustain yourself as an activist, because unfortunately we have a lot of these microwave individuals that are doing it for the wrong things, and they're burning out, and they're resorting to other means to sustain themselves, and unfortunately that has a bad effect on the whole community. It's like, you can be an activist, but how are you taking care of yourself behind the scenes? And
because we all know this stuff don't pay the bill.
It doesn't. So how are you taking yourself behind the scenes? How are we interacting with each other as a community and not trying to step on the next person to get to the next level? So while we do have the visibility, there still needs to be some foundational things that need to be put in place so individuals can respect themselves and respect each other.
That's right.
So I still feel that there's a lot of work to do. And we're gonna get it done.
Yeah, we are.
We're gonna get it done.
We are, and we've come a long way.
Yeah,
we have come a long way. I just remember even 10, 15 years ago what it was like compared to now. It's like, woo! Doesn't mean that we don't have places to go. And I'm also one that believes that you need to focus on the positive more than the negative. And I've always been that way. You know, you all know. I've always been that way. You know, you have to focus on the positive in order to know where you're going. You know, if you're constantly focusing on the negative all the time, then you're stuck. You're stuck. And so I really want to applaud you for that. You also came with me to create change. And we had that situation, but I'm proud of you because you made it. We made it. We made it through it, and you were my sister. And you're always gonna be my sister because you stood up and we got through it. You know what I mean? So whether people think that it was supposed to have happened or not, or agreed with the turn that we took to support the men that love trans women wholly, is one thing, but you stood up, and I want to thank you very much for being there. You came onto the project, and you were an integral part of the project from the time we started, and just was having little phone conversations to, okay, we need to implement this, to this event today. So thank you. Thank you very much. So what now you're about to go off to school. Do you want to disclose the school you're going to? Or have you made the choice yet?
I will be disclosing that in March.
Okay.
Again, I will be needing some assistance with the transitional costs. Right. But yes, I am doing stuff in my personal life to set myself up financially, but I still need help just to make it happen. So right. I will be sharing that next month.
Good.
The new school.
And that's real. And if we're going to help somebody do something, we can help a sister get to law school. Okay? And that's imperative, because what you do in law school and afterwards is going to affect all of us. You know, so I'm all for that. If you get some kind of GoFundMe or whatever you think you're going to do, just let me know. We'll definitely shoot that out there.
Yeah, I'm not using the money to buy 30-inch lace fronts and breast implants and ass implants. Like, I'm using it. No, that's right. I'm using it. Right. I'm using it to help transition another part of my life, and I'm doing stuff on my end to change my situation and set myself up financially. Like, people don't know, I'm about to sell my car. Yeah. So for the next couple months while I'm still in Baltimore, I'm going to be catching a bus, but that's a sacrifice that I'm going to have to make to get to the next level. So I'm not somebody that's like, give me, so I can keep up this image. It's like, no, these are the things that you have to do. And really, selling my car is a business decision.
That's right.
If I'm trying to save money, I can't, keep on paying the car note, and I'm about to be living in it. So donate with the knowledge of knowing that your money is going to a good place.
Right.
And my whole point of elevating myself is to give somebody an opportunity like somebody gave me. Because I would not be sitting in the position that I am if somebody didn't see something in me and help me along the way and just giving me, I'm here as the result of other people giving me opportunities. So I would love to do that in return.
Well, like I said, I'm hoping that all of that is successful. I know that you're going to be successful no matter what, because of your drive and the energy that you put towards, and the faith that you have that when I set a goal, I'm going to do what needs to be done to get there. And that's what this is all about. It's not about all that other foolishness and stuff I see on Facebook and current on, but it's about real life. And this is real life, going to school, doing what you need to do for those who can go. We're blessed that we can. And then I look at our elders and all the stuff that was denied to them, right? So we're very blessed. And thank you so much for coming on the show.
No problem.
Is there anything you want to tell my audience before you leave?
Yeah, I do have something I want to say.
Okay.
Even though we are at a point of visibility in our community, people are going to make mistakes. We are going to have disagreements, but nobody in this community is beyond compassion. I feel like now in this call-out culture, we are so contrarian to things that we don't agree with, or we want to try to shut people down. But when you boil it down, people have feelings. people have emotions, people have mental health that are in jeopardy. Mm-hmm. So when you are constantly attacking somebody or trying to vilify for somebody because they have a difference of opinion, that's not the right direction our community should be going in. We are a vast community of individuals with different ideas, different perceptions, and different experiences, and we need to give each other space to have our own perspectives, or to be wrong or to be right. Nobody is perfect in their judgment, and everybody does something that somebody could view as negative, but everybody's entitled to that.
That's right.
So you can't gang up or attack somebody. Nobody is beyond compassion. Nobody is beyond their humanity. So I really want to leave off on that note, because sometimes when we pick a new target, it's like you're going after these people like they are not human. That's or they don't, you know, that they don't deserve compassion.
That's right.
And that's not. I don't like the direction that this movement is going in, and it's unacceptable. And it's actually making people want to leave the movement and not even be associated with it.
That's very powerful. That's extremely powerful. Thank you so much, Bryanna. Thank you guys for watching Conversations with Tona Brown. You know, it's a pleasure to be here with Bryanna and to do this. I'm having the time of my life. So again, thank you so much. Subscribe, share, let people know about what this diva is doing, and I hope to see you again. Bye.